Hey Mixers, welcome back to another college football video. We're on week 12 already, can you believe it? And we do have some cash to give away from the last video, so we'll go ahead and do that. And then this is going to be a quick one, guys. I don't have a lot for you, so let's jump in and do that cash giveaway, the review, and the new bets. All right, let's go ahead and spin that wheel. There's only 3 of you on here today because not a lot of people watch these college football videos, and college is almost over. But Benji Casmus, you are the winner. TJ Harden over 39.5 rush yards. He had like over 100, I think. And then Nebraska plus 1.5. I told you they were the better team, and they were. All right, so we are doing pretty good on our total game bets record for the season. We're up almost 4 units, betting mostly half units here on those. We did not hit our teaser. Georgia demolished Mississippi State at home, so unfortunately they couldn't keep it within 2 touchdowns. Iowa State beat TCU outright, and so they easily covered their 12.5 spread, which that should not have happened. So we got a little bit lucky with them winning outright, but I didn't play the money line, so it doesn't really matter. All right, this week I only have one bet for you guys. One bet, that's it. I didn't like a lot of player props. I didn't like a lot of the matchups. So I just have this money line parlay plus 107, BYU and Utah to win. Now I'm from Utah, so I'm taking my Utah teams. So I understand if you don't want to follow me on this, but let me talk you through it real quick. So TCU, they have won all their home games, and they've lost 2 out of their 4 road games, which were the hardest 2. So, you know, they had North Carolina, Arizona State, Kansas State, and then West Virginia. So West Virginia, North Carolina kind of slam dunk easy wins, and it was close with West Virginia. And then they lost to Arizona State on the road, but that was a close game. And then they lost to Kansas State, which they probably should not have lost to Kansas State, and it wasn't even close. They recently did lose, they did lose one home game, a recent home game against Iowa State that was just last week. So now they're headed to Provo to play BYU. BYU has not lost at home. They've only lost 1 game at Texas Tech, which is one of the better teams in the Big 12. They're ranked 8th overall in college football. Well, they were at the time. And so they have not lost a home game. So everything kind of is in favor of BYU, although I just love the TCU quarterback. I think he's a good quarterback. He obviously lost some weapons in the offseason last year, but I think he's, pretty good. So the difference will be, can BYU's line bully the TCU line? And I think they can. So I'm going to go with BYU here. Also, BYU coming off that emotional loss to Texas Tech, which I guess it was planned to happen. They were 10-point underdogs, but they lost the game by 21 points. So I promise you they're going to get up for this game at home. And, very loud stadium. So yeah, that's the first piece of the parlay. And then the second piece is Utah at Baylor. So Utah's going on the road at Baylor. If you look at Utah's record, they've only lost to good teams. So Texas Tech and BYU are their only 2 losses. And those 2 teams are good teams, right? They're ranked teams nationally, and teams that are like ranked in the Big 12, like all kind of in it for the Big 12 championship. And so those are the only 2 losses they have. Baylor, on the other hand, they beat only 1 good team, and that was SMU. So all the other wins weren't that impressive. I mean, I guess their 1-point victory over Kansas State is a little impressive, but Kansas State has just not played well this year. So in my opinion, the SMU game, which is not even part of their division, is the only impressive win. And then they had some bad beats, like they lost to Cincinnati 41-20. That was pretty embarrassing. So yeah, I think Utah has no problems here. I do think they're going to have to throw a little bit more than they normally do, but I don't think it'll be hard for them. And I didn't like the player props in this game either. So that's all I have for you guys, is that moneyline parlay. It is plus money. If you want to get in for the cash prize giveaway, if that moneyline parlay hits, then I will let any of the commenters for this video automatically in for the cash prize giveaway. All right, thanks, and keep it short and sweet today. Thanks, guys.